The case of Gabby Petito is one of the most widely followed true crime stories in recent history, capturing national and international attention. Her disappearance and tragic death in 2021 sparked discussions about domestic violence, social media's role in investigations, and law enforcement's handling of missing persons cases. Below is a comprehensive breakdown of the case, including background, timeline, investigation, and aftermath. Gabby Petito was a 22-year-old aspiring travel blogger from Blue Point, New York. She had been in a relationship with Brian Laundrie, a 23-year-old man from Northport, Florida. The couple met in high school and had been dating for a few years before getting engaged in 2020. They shared a love for travel and adventure, frequently posting their journeys on social media. In July 2021, the couple embarked on a cross-country road trip in a white 2012 Ford Transit van, documenting their travels on Instagram and YouTube under the name Nomadic Static. However, behind the picturesque images and videos, tensions in their relationship were escalating. Gabby and Brian left from Blue Point, New York, and traveled through several national parks, including Colorado, Utah, and Wyoming. They maintained an active presence on social media, posting updates of their travels. Moab, Utah, police responded to a 911 call from a witness who reported seeing a physical altercation between Gabby and Brian outside the Moonflower Community Co-op. When officers arrived, they pulled the van over and interviewed both of them. Gabby appeared distressed and admitted to hitting Brian first, but Brian had visible scratches on his face. The police body cam footage showed Gabby crying and apologizing. After assessing the situation, officers categorized the incident as a mental, emotional health crisis, rather than domestic violence. They separated them for the night, with Brian staying in a hotel and Gabby in the van. Brian flew back to Florida from Salt Lake City, Utah, reportedly to empty a storage unit and save money. He then returned to Utah on August 23rd to continue the trip with Gabby. Gabby was last seen alive at a Fairfield Inn and Suites near Salt Lake City International Airport. She FaceTimed with her mother, Nicole Schmidt, for the last time, saying they were heading toward Grand Teton National Park, Wyoming. Two women at a restaurant in Jackson, Wyoming, reported seeing Brian arguing aggressively with staff at a Tex-Mex restaurant called the Merry Piglets. Gabby appeared visibly upset and tearful. This was the last confirmed public sighting of Gabby. Gabby's mother received a text from Gabby's phone that read, "No service in Yosemite." Nicole found this message suspicious because Gabby had not mentioned plans to visit Yosemite. September 1st, 2021, Brian Laundrie returns to Florida. Alone, Brian drove back to Northport, Florida in the van but without Gabby. September 11, 2021, Gabby is reported missing. Gabby's parents filed a missing persons report after not hearing from her for over a week. Northport police attempted to question Brian, but his family refused to cooperate and directed them to their lawyer. September 14 to 17, 2021, Brian goes missing. Brian's parents initially claimed he left home for a solo hike at Carlton Reserve on September 14th. They later changed the date to September 13th. After 3 days without contact, they reported him missing. September 19th, 2021. Gabby's body is found. Authorities discovered Gabby's remains at the Spread Creek Dispersed Camping Area in Wyoming's Bridger-Teton National Forest. September 21st, 2021. Cause of death determined. The Teton County coroner ruled Gabby's death a homicide due to strangulation. September 23rd, 2021. Federal arrest warrant issued for Brian. The FBI issued a warrant for Brian Laundrie's arrest, charging him with unauthorized use of a debit card belonging to Gabby. Surveillance and searches intensified around Carlton Reserve. October 20th, 2021. Brian Laundrie's remains. Found after a month-long manhunt, Brian's skeletal remains were discovered in Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park, adjacent to Carlton Reserve. November 23rd, 2021. Brian's cause of death revealed. A forensic anthropologist determined Brian died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. January 21st, 2022. Brian's notebook confession. The FBI recovered a notebook near Brian's remains in which he admitted responsibility for Gabby's death. Gabby's case gained national attention due to her social media presence. Online sleuths played a significant role in identifying locations where the couple had been, helping authorities pinpoint the area where her body was discovered. A travel vlogger's YouTube video showed Gabby and Brian's van near the crime scene, prompting a closer search in that area. The Moab, Utah, police's handling of the August 12th domestic violence incident faced backlash. Some experts argued that officers should have recognized Gabby as a victim of abuse and taken further action. Gabby's parents later sued the Moab Police Department for negligence. Many speculated that Brian's parents assisted in his escape. They only reported him missing days later, and their cooperation with law enforcement was limited. Their knowledge of Brian's actions remains unclear, but they later admitted they knew he was in distress when he disappeared. Gabby's story shed light on intimate partner violence and the warning signs of abusive relationships. Her parents launched the Gabby Petito Foundation to support domestic violence victims and missing persons cases. Gabby's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Brian's parents, alleging they knew about Gabby's murder and withheld information. The case led to discussions about changes in police procedures regarding domestic violence situations. The extensive coverage of Gabby's case led to criticism about racial disparities in missing persons cases. Many argued that missing women of color do not receive the same media attention. Gabby's parents have become advocates for domestic violence awareness in missing persons cases. The foundation in her name supports families going through similar tragedies. Gabby Petito's case is a tragic yet impactful story that highlighted issues surrounding domestic violence, law enforcement response, and media coverage. Her murder at the hands of Brian Laundrie, who later took his own life, left many unanswered questions. However, her legacy lives on through awareness campaigns, legal changes, and ongoing discussions about missing persons cases.